Hey, what's up guys, BVHD here, back with another Skillicious squad, and then this time I've gone for a really expensive team, so a lot of you probably won't be able to afford this. If you can afford it, leave it in the comment section down below. Just be interesting to see how many of you guys, and how many players have you tried out in this team as well. Let me know about that, it'd be quite interesting to see. I was speaking to Kazooie94 or Alex, you'll probably know him on Twitter. Showed him this team and he said it was a really nice team and he liked it, so he's probably gonna watch this at some point, hopefully, which will be great if you're watching this, Alex. Let me know what you thought of the goals as well, if they're up to standards. But we'll get into the team anyway. Like I said, it's very dear, and the first player we've got is the OP Diego Alves. By his stats, he looks very overpowered. He kind of reminds me a lot of De Gea in real life, because I watch a lot of United, so he's great for like the shot stopping aspects of it, but when he coming out from corners and things like that, for me, he just isn't very good. And also, he seems to get chipped. He seemed to get chipped quite a lot. He is 6'2", but in game, I don't know. He just didn't seem that big. Seemed like basically exactly like De Gea in real life. He's good, great for shot stopping and free kicks and anything like that. But anything else really, he's not best. And he's got a terrible throw as well and kick. It cost me 6.5k. I think that's just down to the formation though, because 4-1-2-1-2, obviously everyone is a bit more expensive, and it's the first time I've used 4-1-2-1-2 on this game, and really liked it. Proved to be really attacking formation, a really attacking team. Anyway, we'll get on to the first defender we've got here. Is Cicinho, and he's an absolute beast. I think he's been dropped 5 in pace from last year. I think he had 90 pace last year, but he's still very small, very quick, and very nippy down the wing. You would actually be brilliant playing as a right midfielder, which you can actually do and get 9 chem on this game. So if you want to try that out, go ahead. Brilliant 4-star skills, great for covering, coming back and cleaning up. Because as I said, he is very attackive, and so is the other fullback. So it does leave you a little bit exposed. But with the defensive mid, it's all right, I suppose. It does the job. He does the job anyway. He only cost me 23k for a silver Brazilian right back, 4-star skills. Can't complain. Has a monster shot, and I think I did score a goal, a really nice goal with him as well. Nice long shot, so you'll see that at the end. Worth the money, definitely in my opinion. I actually think he's better than the right mid for me. But we'll get on to the first centre back here. You'll see them both. We've got Felipe Santana, and I'll put Dede in as well. I use these two a lot in a lot of my videos. I've used these guys, but they're so hard that you won't find a better Brazilian partnership or better centre-back partnership, I don't think, on the game. They're very, very big, strong guys, and brilliant in the air, brilliant in all aspects, really. Great pace and strength to just push players aside. They were pushing like who I came up against, Darren Bent as always, and a Defoe in form, and he was just pushing him off. I know Defoe's a small player, but still, he's quite a quick player. These two are brilliant. Felipe Santana is just, I don't know, I just prefer him for some reason, even though there's like 3 lower in ratings. He just seems to do the job for me. Felipe Santana cost me 4,700, 6'4" beast, and Dede cost me 6,700. So Dede is dearer, but I think they're definitely worth the money to have in defence. And I'm not sure if he will. He probably won't. But last year Dede got a team of the year. That would be great if he could get a team of the year this year, or Felipe Santana. And if they could both get one, that'd be amazing. Because I'd definitely try them out. Anyway, we'll get to the last defender here, and it's not Azevedo like a lot of you may have thought. It is Carlinhos. He's a brilliant left back. I've used him before. He has 4-star skills, as well as some really solid overall stats. His heading isn't the best, but I don't think I had encountered one situation where he used his head or had to. So he's really good at getting forward, and like I mentioned, these two fullbacks do get forward a lot, so it can leave you exposed. But with the 2 pacey centre back strong players, you will do just fine. He cost me 4k, which I think I paid like 2k for him last time, but I think it is the formation. And he also has a 4-star weak foot. Generally a beast player. If you can't afford Azevedo, he's definitely the player I would recommend to stick in left back instead. Anyway, we'll get on to the defensive midfielder now, and this is where we spent a lot of money to bring this guy in. It's Marcos Asensio, who has an absolutely monstrous right foot. His free kick stats are unreal. I actually think he probably must have one of the best free kicks on the game. And for a silver, that is just incredible. His passing that 87 passing is no lie. It's absolutely brilliant. It really is. I've used Pirlo on this game, but I rate his passing higher. I rate Ascensal's passing higher. Just brilliant. He picked out so many great passes. Cost me 178k, which is a lot of money for a defensive mid, a silver especially. So if not, just go and pick up his normal card. I do believe that's around 15k. Probably when I checked it was 15k. Could be lower. Could be about 10k now. Only 2-star skills, but in the defensive mid slot, that's not what you need. You want a player who will sit there and just stop the opposition from breaking, counter-attacking, especially in this formation, because he can counter-attack quite easily against you. He sat back quite a bit, so that's really good. And he actually scored. I didn't put the goal in because, I don't know, I'm just going to save it for the Christmas Targe, I think, that I'm doing, Christmas compilation, because he did assist a brilliant goal, so we'll... if you watch that, if we get round to ever doing that, if anyone ever sent in any more clips, then you will see it in that. Anyway, we'll get on to the right midfielder, and this is the only player in the whole team I did not like very much. I'll get on to why I didn't like Sanchez so much. As you can see on this card, brilliant stats. He's great at getting forward. For me, he was brilliant at getting forward. The only thing that he lacked in is that he seemed to be, I don't know, I think he has high attacking and high defensive, so he would always be knackered. He'd always be really tired, and so when you're getting forward, you know, he hasn't got that bit of energy to beat the left back, which is where he let me down quite a bit. Cost me 7k, which is decent price for him as well. 4-star skills. He is a great player. I just wish he'd had low defensive work rate or medium, because he'd have a lot more energy to get forward and use that pace more effectively. But he is a great player, and I suppose if right forward, I don't know if I'd recommend him, to be honest, just because of the work rate situation. Other than that, he's a brilliant little player to have. Okay, we'll get onto the left mid now. You may have guessed it, and it's the first time I've ever used this guy. It is Neymar. For me, he's brilliant. He scored most of my goals, most of the skill goals at the end you'll see are with him, or he has assisted. Brilliant little player. I'm going to try and get him to a team, but play him as a left forward, because I think he'd be more effective in that role. But he is definitely a great player. His skills are brilliant. They come off perfectly, so smooth when he does them. You know, gets past players with ease. 139k, which isn't too bad. 4-star weak foot as well. He's just brilliant at everything. His free kicks are decent. His penalties, long shots, skill runs are obviously amazing. He's just an all-round brilliant left midfielder. Definitely recommend him if you can get him as a left forward, though. I found him most effective as a left forward. And you might be wondering, how is this all linking up? And we have Valdivia here, who is very underrated in my opinion. 5-star skills, 3-star weak foot. Cost me 650 coins, and he has 5-star skills. That is ridiculous. I don't know why he's that cheap. His shot, that is a complete lie. I scored quite a few nice goals with him. Brilliant at pulling off the skill. He isn't the quickest, 71 pace, which means the ball does kind of glue to his foot. And he is a really strong player. I don't know why his picture's like that, because in game he has a full-on beard. But yeah, he's a class little player to have. And he's also very acrobatic. He was going for a lot of like overhead kicks and things for me. You know, so he is a very good player. I definitely recommend him instead of, I don't know, I'm trying to think of any expensive 5-star skill attacking mids, but great little player. If he was a silver, I'd imagine he'd be worth quite a bit. And we'll get on to the strikers now. And the first one we've got here is Wallison. Used this guy quite a few times as well, but he seems to be like the only really good pacey 5-star. I think he's the only pacey 5-star skiller on that is Brazilian. So, you know, he's a great little player. 150k, which is also a very big price tag. So overall, this team is a very dear. If you wanted to change that, you could put Robinho in at left mid, get the normal Asensao, and get maybe Sobeis or Elkerson instead of Wallison. Great little player. I've used him many times before. Still hasn't matched up to what he was last time for me, because last time he was amazing. And we'll get on to the last player now, because I've just realised the time's coming on and we have quite a few goals to get in as well. It is Vargas. He's originally a centre forward, played for Napoli. He has 4-star skills as well, some brilliant little stats there. 89 pace, a great shot on him. 4-star weak foot as well. I picked him up in a cave as a striker, so I just got a 4-1-2 card for him. Overall class team. Definitely recommend you making it. Everyone gets 9 chemistry. And as you can see here, quickly we'll just show you Neymar did score. He only scored 5 goals, but I think every goal was a skill goal or skill run of some description. A brilliant team overall. Definitely recommend you go out and make it. If you could like the video, it really help me out, guys, as YouTube's fucking everyone over a little bit at the moment. If you could subscribe, help me hit 150 subs by Christmas, that would be great as well. And enjoy the goals. Alright, cheers.
Lost myself along with everyone else, and now the safest place is here in my head. Well, I've been left on my own to survive, but I'm wishing I was dead. Well, I'd like to know what I'm doing wrong. I plan to stay back, but not for long. Now time has passed, another thing has changed. So I gotta grow wings or die. I don't need another reason not to die than life. Tell me if I'm doing it right this time, but let me know, what did you change? Did it feel the same? Did it ease your pain? I've lost myself along with everyone else, and now the safest place is here.